Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Not Your Average Glow Up. This is a safe place where we talk all things mental health, spirituality, and quite a bit of tarot. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sam. I'm happy to have you. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today, I am going to be doing something super fun, super interesting. It is new to me and relatively new to YouTube. I've seen other readers do similar things, but I think the concept of as a whole is a relatively new concept. If it's not, please comment below and link the original YouTuber. It is never my intention to steal other people's ideas, so I would like to give them credit. So today, if you've seen this thumbnail, then you probably already know what I'm doing today. Today, I'm going to be doing a tarot pick a card, but I'm going to be doing it with absolutely no tarot cards and absolutely no oracle cards. The reason I am doing this is because I do personal tarot readings. If you would like to book a private reading with me, my information will be in the description box. You can email me, or you can PM me on my Instagram page. It's Not Your Average Glow Up on Instagram, to book a private reading with me. Anyways, but oftentimes when I'm giving tarot readings, because I focus so heavily on healing in my readings and not so much future prediction and stuff like that, a lot of times I will, free of charge, kind of walk the person through my tarot reading process. And in doing so, I'm more or less kind of teaching them how to read. And a lot of times when I read for people, especially return customers or whatever, they decide that they want to, learn tarot as well. And I always encourage that. I do, tell them to not to read for themselves when they're anxious or whatever, because then it's hard to keep bias. But I always encourage people to learn how to read for themselves, so that way they don't grow a codependency upon me. And I get a lot of slack for this in the spiritual community, because people are like, well, why would you do that? Why would you teach them how to read? Then they're not going to come back to you for business. It's because I believe in a healthy detachment. I believe that it's not healthy for somebody to be coming to me weekly, even monthly, for readings. I want them to be able to learn to discern for themselves, to use their own intuition, and I want to empower them. And I believe that abundance is infinite, and even if that person never comes back to me for another reading, that there always will be somebody who will need a reading. And I trust that I am doing the universe or God's work, and that the right people will come to me, and that I can, I have a goal of helping the larger collective. It's not so much about money for me. So in doing so, I've had a lot of questions from people that I've read from about where do I get my tarot cards from, and what incense do I use, and which shops do I suggest they buy crystals from, and where do I get my candles from, and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. Witchcraft, tarot, divination, all of that. It's more or less about intention and your own personal power than it is about the actual specific tools that you use. You are the magical being. Tarot cards are just pieces of cardboard. Candles are just wax in a wick. This in itself holds no magic. This in itself is just simply some minerals. The magic comes from within you and from everything around you. And I wanted to do a video today where I could prove a point that you can give an accurate and potent and powerful and deeply healing message today without a billion tarot decks, without a bunch of oracle cards, I'm using cinnamon. I'm using cinnamon today as my smudge stick instead of like sage, or you can use what you have at home. A lot of people have bay in their in their spice cabinet. You can use a bay leaf to smudge. This candle came from the dollar store. Your magic doesn't come from the most expensive tools. Or if you want to learn to, be a tarot reader, you don't have to have 100 tarot decks. I do. I have a very large collection because I like it. But that's the point of today's video, and I think it'll just be fun. So today's reading is an entire pick a card reading where I'm not using any tarot cards and oracle cards. I could have technically used oracle cards, but I wanted to show you that you can literally use what you have around the house. So I am using playing cards, like poker cards, which most people have at their house. I'm using jumbo ones, which most people don't have the giant ones, but those are the ones I had. I'm using handwritten like index cards with little sayings on them. I'm using a new card game that Seek Discomfort, which is Yes Theory's merch line that they came out with recently, that's meant to just be played with strangers. Like, it's just random questions you ask strangers to make a connection with them. I'm using Uno cards to get timing. I'm using song lyrics that are written down on cards. I'm using Scrabble pieces. And I'm doing so to show you that you don't necessarily have to have 100 tarot decks or the most expensive candles or the perfect incense. Your magic is potent and powerful simply with your intention, okay? So, you are going to choose between red pile or black pile, okay? So, red or black. Take a couple of deep breaths and just go with your gut instinct. Just think to yourself, red or black, and then you're just gonna hear in your mind, black or red, okay? And then that's gonna be your pile today. So let's get into it. If you chose the black pile, then the stones that I chose for you were this black kyanite and this black moldavite, okay? Both of those stones are used for spiritual connection, both of which help you tap into your spirit guides and your intuition. So that's kind of a neat transition into today's reading. I did not hand pick these giant cards, but I already pulled the giant cards because to be perfectly honest, trying to remember which suits lined up with which tarot cards was something that I had to look into on the internet because I don't usually read tarot with regular playing cards. So I have myself like a little cheat sheet here to help me remember what like each of the cards mean, just full transparency, but I did not hand pick these cards. It wasn't like I'm gonna pick this one and then this one and then this one. What I did was I literally had this thing right here and I didn't shuffle, I just pulled them out like that. That's all I did. And it just so happened to work out that one was red and one was black. So pretty cool. So if you picked pile 1, you got the Queen of Diamonds, you got the 8 of Diamonds, and the 4 of Diamonds. And like I said, I did not handpick these cards. It all just happened to work out where they're all red and they were all diamonds. So, pretty cool. All right, so if you picked this, then the Queen of Diamonds is like the Queen of Pentacles in tarot. So the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is practical and grounded, focused on her success, her goals, her coin, her bag, her home life. This is usually an earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. That doesn't have to be. But this is somebody who's very much so in that more earthly grounded energy, okay? So then the 8 of Diamonds, the 8 of Diamonds is like the 8 of Pentacles, which is about working hard to improve. It's about like building on something, okay? And the Four of Diamonds is like the Four of Pentacles, which is the need to release and holding on to the past, okay? So what I'm getting from that, those are the literal card meanings. What I'm getting from that intuitively is that you're more than likely a feminine energy whom right now is focused on material things. You're not so much focused on love. You're not so much focused on like dating and all that. You're more or less like, I'm gonna get this bag, I'm releasing the past. The past might be a past lover, because you know the Four of Pentacles talks about like the need to like release the past and move forward with life. So you could have recently have went through a heartbreak and you're like, fuck love, fuck dating, I'm just gonna focus on my coin, I'm gonna work on me, I got my passion projects, I got my stuff that I'm gonna work on. I'm noticing that in this Queen of Diamonds, she's holding like some lilies here. These lilies always pop up in Florida where I live. They pop up randomly at the parks like in the springtime, which is very convenient because right now is spring. So it's like, and I've noticed her coat is covered in flowers as well. I feel like she's trying to grow something new for herself. She's coming into her power. She's blossoming. She's realizing her worth. She's planted seeds in the past, and now she's tending to her garden, is what I'm really hearing here. I notice that she's also got a very kind and peaceful face. She's got more of a smile. So she's at peace with these decisions. This situation that she's recently left in the past, and I will get more cards to see what that's about. Situation that she's recently left in the past, she's at peace with it. She knows that the past is where it needs to stay. That's good. That's good. I notice that there's also like a bear holding like an axe, and he's kind of like on her chest right here. You see how it's like right there in the center? He came out upside down. So maybe in the past, there was this more beastly energy. There was, I'm really getting that the past situation is a relationship. That, might be a fire sign. I don't know why I'm thinking of the movie Brave with Merida, and like the mother was transitioning into the bear, and the more she transitioned the bear, the more she would like forget her true self, and she would react violently, like out of her more animalistic reactive self. I don't know why that's coming to me, but maybe this past lover, like I said, it might be a fire sign because I'm getting Wands energy from that bear. Maybe the past lover was bringing out that more reactive side to you, the more beastly side, kind of pulling you out of balance. I noticed that he's very much so in attack mode. So maybe you felt very reactive within that energy. So you needed to release that because it came upside down. And in releasing that, you stepped into your more grounded earthly energy. And you're like, okay, now it's time to build. Now it's time to, focus on me, my home, my success, my job, my creative projects. And in doing so, it brings me peace. It's like getting back to your true self. Mm. This is good. It's very good. There's definitely a spiritual connection here as well, because of the stones that I chose. And I chose these stones before pulling the cards. Maybe for a while this relationship was kind of pulling you away from spirit, and kind of blocking your intuition. And it was in getting grounded and meditating and praying that your intuition was freed up, and then you could clearly see the path ahead. You have very, 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 very strong spirit guides. My third eye, my forehead has so much like tingling happening right now. I'm remembering a conversation that I had with somebody that I was reading tarot for yesterday, where we were talking about how she was out of balance, and the advice that the cards kept giving her was to go walk around barefoot out in nature, go, get grounded, go sit on a beach, go do that. When you get grounded and get out of your overthinking, where should I go, what should I do, that it frees up your ability to be able to hear spirit, because spirit speaks more or less in whispers, synchronistic signs, in a song lyric, in a synchronistic number, in a message you hear on the radio. But in order to hear those small whisperings from the spirit, you first have to get grounded. I feel like you've recently done that. And if so, I'm very, very proud of you. I'm going to get some song lyric cards, find out more about this past love situation, because I am getting past love here, even though... Yeah, definitely. The first one that came out was Pieces, Sum 41. Song is incredibly sad, but it's so good. It's the I tried to be perfect, but nothing was worth it. I don't believe it makes me real. I thought it'd be easy, but no one believes me. I meant all the things that I said. Do you believe it's in my soul? Okay, sorry. And then the next one is You Couldn't Save Me, My Hesitation, Holding My Breath. This is Julia by Love. My hesitation, holding my breath. I led you into the garden of my loneliness. Wish that you had left before it all burned down. Oh, Julia, I'm sorry what I do to you. I push and pull and mess with your head. The next one is Sweater Weather by The Neighborhood. I don't want to be your friend. I want to kiss your lips. I want to kiss you until I lose my breath. And the next one is Bad Bitch by BB Rexa. You say that you're tired of all your empty habits. You want something that's deeper because you're over the generics. You're fucking with the basics when you really want the baddest. And then finally, last one is Mostly Dead by Joseph Dudley. Darling, I'm so drained, but I can't fall asleep tonight. I can't comprehend this bed that I'm in without you by my side. I get afraid that all I'll ever do is haven't you. Sorry, I must have miswrote that down. God, it makes me weak to think how I fucking want you. So I feel like this wasn't necessarily a relationship. It was more or less a situationship. I feel like this feminine energy was trying to more or less tame the beast for a while. She wanted something more grounded, more real, more loving, and he was more or less in the like friends with benefits kind of thing. It's like he wanted it, but he didn't want it. There's definitely fear that held him back in this situation. Somebody in this situation, it might be both of them, were definitely wearing false masks. That I tried to be perfect, but nothing was worth it. The last line, I meant all the things that I said. I feel like this is definitely the feminine energy. I feel like she really poured her heart into this situation, but it still wasn't received. And I feel like it made her, for a short period of time, forget her worth. There's definitely a lot of codependent energy here. The you couldn't save me, my hesitation, my holding my breath. I feel like the masculine party wasn't communicating effectively. I did feel very drawn to light a blue candle today, which is for the throat chakra, and I was very much so also drawn to blue stones for pile number 2, and just for my own personal use. This one isn't relative to a pile, it's just a stone that I was feeling drawn to use today. So there was a need for open and honest communication here, and I feel like it never happened the way it needed to. Feel like they both desired to take this past the friendship level, and it just never took off. I feel like the feminine energy was trying to show up like a real one, like wife, like mother, like a stable, grounded force, like somebody she wanted to build. And this masculine energy just didn't, for whatever reason, reciprocate. Because of the bad bitch, the BB Rexa song, you're saying that you're tired of all your empty habits, that you want something deeper because you're over the generics. You're fucking with the basics when you really want the baddest. So I think she tried to show up in a very serious, grounded, like, all right, you want something deeper, let's do that. But for whatever reason, it wasn't reciprocated. I keep getting wands energy from the masculine. It's very beastly, animalistic side. So I keep hearing that TikTok song, God, how does it go? I might misquote it, but like, she ain't so pretty in the face, but she thick. I'm just thinking with my dick. Like that's what I'm hearing. Like maybe he was just like trying to play the field and keep her along. And this was definitely leaving her very I'm seeing somebody curled up in a ball and crying at night. Oof. Oh, my heart just got so heavy. It says, darling, I'm so drained, but I can't fall asleep tonight. I can't comprehend this bed that I'm in without you by my side. I get afraid that all I'll ever do is hem at you. God, it makes me weak to think how bad I fucking want you. I feel like the love here was very real, but for whatever reason, it just never took off. Could very much so be a false twin. I'm gonna get a timing card on how recently the feminine energy decided to walk away from this, because I definitely get the energy that feminine. Oh, I have a cheat sheet here. I'm using Uno cards for timing. I set the intention that red is days, yellow is weeks, blue is months, and green is years. A wild card means that you're manifesting it and that it won't give you clear timing, because manifestation works with, like, if you manifest out of fear, you know, it can prolong the blessings. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so how long ago did she decide that that she's done, that she's walking away? Because I feel like she's already done this. 3 days. Wow. So this was like within the last 3 days. If you're a feminine watching this and this is resonating, I'm very proud of you for knowing your worth and knowing when to walk away. Let's see what's going on with the masculine. Not that it really matters, but let's see What's going on with the masculine here? Why this didn't work out? Spirit, can you tell me his perspective on things? I don't want the world to see me because I don't think they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. That's why he wasn't speaking. He was afraid to be seen. He was afraid that she'd see this more beastly nature. It was self-worth issues. This had nothing to do with you, feminine. This had nothing to do with your worth at all. This was not about being rejected, even though it may have made you feel rejected. This was not about you not being enough. This was about them not wanting to be seen. Please don't say that we're done when I'm not finished. I could give so much more. Yeah, I bet you now that you've walked away. He's like, wait, don't walk away, don't walk away. Oh, I want you. Fell in love on the first look, typical. Always catching feelings when the feeling's non-reciprocal. He might have thought that you wouldn't love the real him. If he ever singles you up, if he's ever stupid enough, I'm going to be the first one that's calling you baby. If he ain't holding you tight, if he ain't treating you right. Oh, wow. Okay, so for some of you feminines, you could have been in a relationship and that's why he didn't speak. I mean, can't blame him. If that is solely the reason, then he's being a gentleman, you know? But I feel like it's deeper than just you being in a relationship. Feel like there was a lot of factors at play. I feel like you both felt this really strong soul connection. I'm feeling the need to sage. So maybe you're still needing to clean your energy, to cleanse your energy. Maybe this is still a lot of like lingering energy. Okay. I feel like you both felt this really deep soul connection from the jump, because I could feel the love. I could feel the love from both parties very strongly. You might have even thought that this was like a twin flame connection, but I'm really feeling that the soul connection was real, but it's more or less a soul contract where the masculine had to learn to step up into his divine masculine energy and learn when to speak and when to stand in his power and be authentic and be bold. And the feminine energy had to learn to not chase, to know her worth and to stand in her power. And it's the whole, I don't chase, I attract. She needed to learn that she is deserving of somebody putting in effort. The spark cards that I got is, in your own words, what does it mean to choose love over fear? Wow. If you never push yourself out of your comfort zone, what would your life look like right now? Wow. Wow. I feel like the situation fell apart. That was so clear. The situation fell apart because, and look at how crazy that candle is going now. The situation fell apart because they chose fear over love. Because they didn't, especially the masculine, didn't step out of his comfort zone and be vulnerable. He didn't put forth the effort. And it made this feminine feel rejected. It made her feel like she wasn't good enough. I keep seeing a feminine energy in my mind's eye in bed at night crying. And I feel like her overthinking and feeling like she wasn't good enough and feeling rejected was blocking her intuition. And in doing that, it was also blocking her manifestations. And now that she's set the intention to release this situation, it's clearing up energetic space for her manifestations to take off. So I feel like releasing this was the best thing for her. Sorry. Okay, Spirit's telling me to do. All right, Spirit, can you give me an outcome card? I don't really necessarily know how we're gonna do an outcome with this, but we can try. Can you give me an outcome here, Spirit? What direction is she headed in? What's to come for this feminine? What's to come for this feminine, Spirit? What's to come for this feminine? Not including physical, what is the most pain you've ever felt? Ooh, shit. In your opinion, what's the best tool to resolving conflict? What are 3 things that you have in common? What's something that scared you when you were a child? Is there a habit or belief that took you a long time to unlearn? I don't feel like this is an outcome. I feel like this is what she's working through now. I feel like the situation triggered up a lot of childhood trauma because of what's something that scared you as you were a child. I feel like the situation stirred up a lot of childhood trauma. Healing for her, but also for him as well. That's why he was afraid to move forward. This is very painful. This is a very painful ending. God, this is painful. I feel like she's at peace because like her face, I pointed that out earlier, her face is at peace, but she's not overtly smiling either. It's like she knows that she made the right decision, but this is deeply painful for her. There might be as far as future prediction, there might be a conversation in the future if this masculine energy ever does decide to contact her and resolve this. There might be reconciliation in the future because what 3 things have you and I have in common? And in your opinion, what's the best tool for conflict resolution? And is there a belief or a habit that took you a long time to unlearn? There might be a conversation in the future that'll bring healing to this situation. I don't necessarily know if it'll bring you guys together as a couple, but I think it'll bring you both peace and clarity. Because I feel like you guys were triggering up. You guys had a lot of similarities, a lot of similar woundings, and the situation had to happen so you guys could shed light on those woundings so you could heal them and move forward with your life. You guys both have some toxic habits that you needed to unlearn, like the runner-chaser dynamic, the anxious versus avoidant attachment styles. If you have not read the book Attached, I highly suggest you do so. But yeah, I do see indications of a possible conversation in the future. So I'm going to go back to the timing cards and see how far out that conversation might be. Spirit, when can they expect this conversation? It says +4, but it doesn't give a specific color. Oh, but then there's 4 here at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to take this 4 blue, 4 months. So it might take up to 4 months. Because I'm just going to take that. Up to 4 months, possibly. Just take it if it resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, I'm gonna be done with that one. I'm gonna do some Scrabble pieces. This could be initials for you, for the other party. It could also be words that are significant to you. Okay. Oh, that's a lot, okay. And I had teeny tiny little Burger King hands. So, okay, the first one that came out is F, and then there's another 4 on there. A Y with another 4, holy crap, that's a lot of 4s. An F with another 4, holy moly. A C with a 3, a G with a 2, an N with a 1, an E with a 1, B3, O1, S1, C3, O1, X8, F4, U1, P3, L1, O1, L1 again, S1. I don't know why, but I heard FYI. There is no I here, but this F and this Y are right next to each other, and I heard in my head FYI, like for your information, like somebody with an attitude. For your information, that's not what happened. Like it was very like attitude-y, FYI. There's lots of F's here, so somebody might have repeating letters in their names. Fernando, Frank, Francis, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. That's what I just heard. There's also repeating S's. So Sam, Samantha, Sierra, Savannah. I just heard Cedric. I don't even know anybody named Cedric. Salvador. I don't know why I just heard that. Okay. Sylvia. Okay. Oh, now I'm hearing that there's an old song that Sylvia's mother says, Sylvia's something. I don't even remember how it goes. Hey, Mrs. Avery, I just wanna talk to her. I'll only keep her a while. Yeah, okay, so that song's about like a man talking to a girl's mother and asking to speak to her daughter. Like, I know I hurt her, but please let me speak to her. Okay? Huh. That's a weird thing to come out. Oh, OBGYN. Clear as day. Like, the letters were really, like, right next to each other. Hunty, you might be pregnant. You might need to go get tested for possible STDs or what have you. If this masculine was in his wands energy, he could have been slinging that meat for anybody. So go make an OBGYN appointment. I don't know why that came out, but just, you know, FYI. Might want to, you know. X, yeah. EX, they could have been hooking up with their ex, like not wanting to release an ex. Could definitely still be X's in the mix. I know third party came out on the feminine side as well, you know. So if he ever singles you up came out in the songs. I just heard good girl. So maybe somebody's a little kinky. Because there's GG right next to each other. I just heard please, like big time, because there's PLS right next to each other. Like, please take me back. Please hear me out. Please don't give up on me. And literally GU, like give up. Oh! The C word is out here on the table. CNUT. Somebody's angry, like you effing, how dare you give up on me type situation. Oh, I don't like that. That's nasty energy. Loco. Okay. L-O-C-O, right next to each other. Loco. Like somebody's like, you a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, baby. Es mucho loco. These two S's beside each other, I don't know why, but I just heard like a snake. So there might have been a couple snakes in the grass here. There might have been some other people like weaseling their way into the situation, causing conflict. PLC. Why that keeps standing out to me, but I don't know what it stands for. PLC. If that means something to you, then, you know, take it. PLC. Okay, well, that's all for pile 1. I'm going to put this all away and clear the energy and hop into pile 2. Stir those up. Put these away. Clear the energy. All right, pile 2, if you picked black, then this is your pile. These are your stones, and quite frankly, I do not remember what they're called. I believe this one's like a azulite or something, and then I don't remember what this one is, but they're beautiful, and they are both like this beautiful, like royal blue. They both give me very, very like spiritually connected energy, like tapped in to the 5D. Very psychic and intuitive energy. Also, the blue represents throat chakra, so I need to speak on something. I also was very, very, very divinely guided, which my candle, and now you can't see it, but I was very divinely guided to pull and light a blue candle today, and there's a lot of blue with the spark game and with all these stones, and then the bottom of the deck of the Uno is blue. So there's definitely a need to speak your mind here, to speak up, to utilize your throat chakra, to not be afraid to speak your truth. That's the first message that's coming out. I believe that your truth comes from spirit. You might be a very intuitive and psychic person, might have some other psychic peoples, some divine feminine energy here amongst the mix watching pile 2. All right, so the first card that came out for you is the Queen of Clubs. This is represented, I do have a little cheat sheet here because I'm not used to using regular like poker cards as tarot cards, just full disclosure. I did not hand pick these cards and like pick these messages, but I did pre-pick them so I could look at my little cheat sheet. The Queen of Clubs is like the Queen of Wands, okay? So that is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That is somebody who is very determined, very energetic, a go-getter. That is somebody who's a little bit disorganized, like trying to multitask, trying to juggle some things. Very much so in their passionate, fiery energy, very creative. I'm noticing that this particular Queen of Wands is looking mighty pissed off. Because in pile 2, we had the Queen of Diamonds. In pile 1, there was the Queen of Diamonds. And you see that her face has a little bit of a smirk, a little bit of a grin to it. This Queen of Wands, she's rather pissed. Like, she's not looking very happy. She's very serious. She's very determined. Doesn't even necessarily look like, she's not frowning, but she's very like straight face. Like, it's very much so giving like a resting bitch face. So maybe somebody recently told you that you had resting bitch face. I'm noticing that she has this like flower right at her heart chakra. So this might be somebody whose heart has recently been opening, is blooming. You might be going through like a heart chakra opening right now. Your heart might be opening, softening to love. I'm noticing that the horses here, this is giving me like stallion energy, like very wild and free and like frolicking through the grass. Like, I can't be tamed is what it's giving me. I don't want to be tamed. Very different energy from pile one. Pile one's like, I want to be grounded. I want something real. This is very much so giving me like single and mingle. This is giving me like very like free-spirited energy. It's giving very Sagittarius. I will say that. It's giving very Sagittarius energy. But could resonate with any of the fire signs, obviously. You also have the Six of Spades, which is like the Six of Swords, which is change, releasing baggage, and looking for safety. This card in tarot shows like a mother in a boat, like there's a man rowing the boat, and it shows a mother in a boat with like a child like nestled close to her, and they're like going out onto the water, and they're like looking for like safety. So you might be a single mother. You might be recently going through a breakup. And then you got the Eight of Clubs, which is like the Eight of Wands, which is breakthrough, freedom, moving forward. Yeah, I'm definitely getting breakup energy here. Like I'm a mother whom is like learning her worth and stepping away from like a toxic, unhealthy relationship and moving into this more like free energy. Like my heart is opening. I am loving myself. So I'm stepping away to happier places. I am freeing myself. It's like you were with somebody who is tying you down and caging you in. I'm seeing like a wild horse, like a stallion in a stall. You know, like they're meant to frolic. They're meant to be free. They're meant to feel the breeze in their hair, and I feel like maybe you were in a very controlling relationship. I just heard in my head a loss of identity. Like you were trying to make yourself something you weren't to please someone else. There is definitely children involved, because that message came through so clearly with the Six of Spades, which is like the Six of Swords. That message came through so clearly to me. So I'm definitely getting like there was a child involved. Maybe you stayed longer than you should have because you had a child with this person, but you knew that this is not supposed to be your person, that they made you feel, okay, so there's this scene in Breakfast in Tiffany's where Holly is in the cab, and I don't remember what the gentleman's name is, but she's like, I don't want to be put in a cage, and he's like, I don't want to cage you, I want to love you. She's like, it's the same thing. Like I just got that in my head, like that need for freedom. In true love, healthy relationships, you're in a healthy relationship, you are tied to somebody and you are committed to that person and them to you. and you have a partnership, but there's still that feeling of freedom. You feel free with each other because your needs are supported and they're met, and you feel like your most authentic self. You feel supported in being your true self. But this is giving me like you did not feel that way, and that way you stepped away. Wow. Wow. Very, very powerful energy. Yeah. It's time to speak your truth. It's definitely time to speak your truth. If you have not walked away yet, the advice here would be to walk away. Holding on to an unhealthy relationship where you can't be your true self for children is never the right thing. It creates false beliefs for the children. Who is the person you appreciate most in the world? In your opinion, what's the best tool for conflict resolution? Can you clarify that, please? Do you have any hopes or dreams that you've had to let go of? Wow. Let's take turns sharing a compliment about each other. You go first. I feel like, okay, do you have any hopes or dreams that you've had to let go of? And then it's like, who's the person that you appreciate the most in the world? I feel like you really had an expectation that this relationship was going to work out, that this was going to be your person. And it just didn't work out because they weren't your person. It wasn't meant to be. But there's an appreciation here for this person that's good. Even if things don't work out, even if somebody isn't the healthiest for you, you should always know that every relationship, every situation that you come in and out of, every person is a lesson, is a teacher to you, okay? So even though this didn't work out, even though you made the wrong choice, there is no wrong choices. This person gave you a beautiful baby. They taught you something about yourself. That's a good thing. What's the best tool for conflict resolution? Let's take turns sharing compliment about each other. I do think, I'm not telling you to get back together with this person. I'm actually feeling like you made the right decision to move forward. But I do feel like you should move forward without hatred in your heart, without ugliness. I feel like there's a need here to remember the reasons that you fell in love with this person in the first place. Like, let's take turns sharing compliments. I'm not telling you to like call up your baby daddy and be like, you are such a good dad. I love you because you're hot. The dick is so good and blah, blah. Like, no, that's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to remember the reasons why you like them. Remember the things that they taught you and move forward with gratitude. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing this person in my life, even if they're the most toxic person ever. You know, thank you, Spirit, for allowing this person into my life. Thank you for the lessons that they've taught me. And then that way that you are able, to the best of your ability, to be able to co-parent and move forward without all the toxicity. Because co-parenting is hard, especially if the breakup was really ugly. Co-parenting is really fucking hard. A lot of people get back together with their baby mama, baby daddy, because like the co-parenting is so hard. It's just easier to just be together even if you're unhappy. What's one lesson our conversation taught you about yourself? Yeah, Spirit's really asking you, like, what did this relationship teach you? Have you noticed any positive change in yourself lately? Yeah, it helped you grow. This relationship helped you grow. It was needed. It was medicine for you. So even though it didn't work out, Spirit's telling you to remember that this served a purpose and that it was all supposed to play out this way. Wow, that was so quick, Spirit. Is there something you can make everyone on the planet do within the next 24 hours? What would it be? What do you like most about yourself? What trait immediately draws you to other people? This is giving me big heart chakra energy, and that was coming up earlier, the blossom in the heart. I feel like this relationship helped you illuminate your self-love and your self-worth so you could help others see that their self-worth. Like this situation is bigger than you and that partner in that relationship. The situation has more of a cosmic, like global influence. Like this was needed to help you complete your divine purpose and to move forward. You needed this lesson to help heal your heart. What's the kindest thing anyone has ever done for you? Who is the last person you missed? Tell them about your relationship with that person. What has made you feel happy today? The story is going to be a tool utilized to help illuminate others. I know that's a strange message, but like, I want to get more intel on this relationship. Like, even though you're leaving it in the past, like, there's something significant about the dynamic of this relationship. Tell me about this relationship. What was the dynamic here? Where are you going that you no longer belong here? And the distance tells you that distance must come between us. But where have you been, love? When the mistake we made was never having planned to fall in love. It might be a long distance thing. How are you going to get through this time? Falling into a blue sky mind came to me in that song, my friend. I just want to go back again. It's giving me like a long distance relationship. Like they're putting distance between you guys. Definitely big time. Everybody talks, started with whisper. Yeah, there's some gossip here around this. But I'm still caught below and I can never let you know. No, I can't tell you nothing because I'm a fucking mess sometimes. But I could always tell you whatever you wanted, whatever you be, especially when you were needing me. Yeah, that was definitely indicated at the beginning of this reading that you weren't able to be your true, authentic self in this situation. What I'd do to go get through to you, but you'd only do it again. So follow the leader down and swallow pride when there's no place left to go. Maybe that's when you'll know. Yeah, communication was not it in this relationship. That's why so much throat chakra, that's funny. Because that came up clear as fucking day at the beginning of this. You guys had big communication issues. Like you did not speak to each other in healthy ways at all. Oh, you're so good looking. Hold yourself like a pair of bookends, but I've not tasted all your cooking. Who are you? And I'm not looking at. Yeah, you guys are definitely wearing false mask in this. Like you guys did not know each other's true selves. You fell in love with the idea of each other instead of each other's true nature. There's also like possibly indications of sneakiness here. Angels never came down. There's no one here. They want to hang around, but if they knew you at all, then one by one the angels would fall. Yeah, this definitely giving me like divine purpose, like a divinely guided thing. Not necessarily that this is your soulmate, this is your forever person, this is your divine counterpart, but like spirit brought you two together because you needed to learn this divine lesson for the greater good. Ooh, shit. Because that dick ain't that good for you to keep getting played, and that dick ain't that good for you to be treated this way. Oof. So there was probably some cheating here. Okay, sis, know your worth. Step away. My oh my, you're so good looking. Hold yourself like a pair of... Oh, that one already came out, yeah. And then on the bottom of the deck, see the smile that's on my mouth, it's hiding the words that don't come out. And all my friends who think that I'm blessed, they don't know my head's a mess. I feel like everyone around you guys didn't know how unhealthy this relationship actually was. People around you might have thought that this relationship was very healthy and that was very stable and very good. They might have encouraged you to stay, like, oh, you guys have a baby, you guys are so happy, like on social media it looks good, your family and friends might really like this person, but behind the scenes it was like, I can't be the real me, they don't accept me for the real me. There wasn't good communication, there's indications of cheating here. It just was not healthy. I just keep hearing for appearance sake, like you tried to hold it together for appearance sake, like oof. Oof, oof, I don't like that. No. All right, I don't feel a need for a timing card here because Spirit's really telling me like it's done. Like this needs to be done. It needs to be done for good. So I'm not even gonna pull timing for you guys, but I am gonna pull some letters. So this could be confirmation that this could be your initials, their initials, this could be random words, phrases that mean something to you, just to confirm that this is for you. Okay. M3 is the first one that came out. D2, your initials could be MD. B3, B3 again. Z10. V4, T1, A1, V4, V4 again, Y4, J8, O1, and P3. Okay, so there is 3 V's, okay, and then there is 2 B's. And then, yeah. I just heard zaddy. Zaddy. Okay, ew, gross. I'm not one for the whole daddy, mommy in the bedroom thing. It's I like the energy. Like I'm into a little bit of kink. Like I am into like daddy energy. I just don't ever want to call a man daddy in the bedroom. Like it just kind of grosses me out. I don't want to think about my father in the bedroom. But maybe you're into that because zaddy came out like big time. Jazz is here, so maybe somebody's into jazz, or maybe like somebody's name is like Jasmine or something, and they she goes by Jazz. YT is right here, so somebody might be a YouTuber. BB, why is that standing out to me, BB? A BB is standing out to me. I don't know why. MD keeps standing out to me. You might be a doctor, like an MD. CYT, what is that about? That's standing out to me. Pot, somebody might smoke some weed. Pot. I also just heard in my head like there was a lot of people in the pot, like there was a lot of hands in the pot, stirring the pot. So maybe there was a lot of people that, because that message did come out earlier also, that maybe other people were like trying to encourage you guys to stay together. Maybe there's a lot of hands in the pot, a lot of influences here. Joy, that could be somebody's name, or this relationship could have brought you a lot of joy, or maybe you're leaving now to go find your joy, to go chase your joy. AZ, so Arizona might be significant to you. PT, for whatever reason, is standing out to me. Doesn't that have something to do with like the military or something? I don't know why that's coming out to me. Maybe this is a military connection. Pam, Pam. So somebody's name might be Pam. Dot. Such a random thing, but Dot. There's a boy here, so maybe you have a baby boy. I'm hearing days, but like, what? Oh, dazed. Okay, dazed, like dazed and confused. Dazed. Huh. That's weird. That's a weird message to come through. I just heard, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so maybe somebody likes that movie. That's Matthew McConaughey. That's one of my favorite characters he's ever played. It's a great movie. I haven't seen it in years. Now I kind of want to go watch it. I was Michelle, the girl who paints the statues, like Kiss. I was her for Halloween one year. Some of my friends, we dressed up as them. Such a random thing to come through. PB&J, so maybe somebody's eating like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or maybe somebody like really likes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something. Let that be extra confirmation for you. I keep hearing vitamins, so maybe somebody is like, has like a vitamin deficiency, like maybe your iron or something is like low and you need to like start taking your vitamins. That's such a random thing to come through. Oh, BJ. So like blowjobs. Okay. Well, huh. Okay, that came through. I don't know why, but that came through. I just heard a Yasmin. Maybe that's somebody's name. Vulturism? I don't even know what that word means. Vulturism, but that just came through clear as freaking day to me. So maybe, I don't know what that word means. Vulturism. I'm gonna Google that after I like, Okay, well, I'm gonna wrap it up there. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, subscribe. If you would like me to make this a series, the Everything But Tarot, if you'd like me to make this a series, then comment below that. Do that. I would definitely be open to more suggestions as well. Like if you would like a specific type of reading or a topic that you'd like me to cover, then I would happily do that. And I hope you guys have a magical, wonderful day.